beautiful now.
Yeah.
Had a little bit of rust on it. He just cleaned it off. Looks immaculate. Well, for an old gun anyway.
It looks as good as it's going to get. It's going to go up to the house.
Anyway, guys, we're doing, obviously, a 410 video today. 2.5 inch. A lot of you guys were asking for 2.5 inch, so here you go. We are using a new wad that we have never used before. And, of course, for the life of me, I can't remember what the dang wad's called, so I'll stick it up here on the screen. But it is the MG 410 wad with the full-length shot cup. I should have wrote it on the holes, but all the data is the same, minus pellet size. Anyways, we have a cut-down Remington 3-inch 410 hole once fired. You can see from precision reloading, you can see the dimple right there, where they pressure test these. But we have a Shadite CX2000 and 12 grains of little gun in all of these. And that wad, whatever it may be. This one's got 4 pellets of 32 cal, and they all have BSB buffer and they fold crimp. Anyway, we're using Josh's Revelations Model 350 Series M, which is a Stevens 94 clone. It does have a fixed full choke, and it does measure 383. But we'll step off to probably 30 yards and actually give these a fighting chance of patterning well. We can never get 410 to pattern good at 40 yards, or 42 yards in our case, but let's get to it. These should all be running between 1200 and 1300 FPS. We've chronoed so many 410 loads with 12 grains of little gun and a half-ounce load. Some of these are a little bit over, some are a little bit under, but they should all be 1200 to 1300 FPS. Now let's get into it. Alrighty, we are rolling.
Alrighty, guys. I'm waiting. This ain't going to be very loud, but waiting on this earplug to swell up nonetheless. Up first, he just read about this one, but it is 4 pellets of 32 cal and one wad that looks like an MG 410 with a long shot cup.
Yeah.
12 grains of little gun. That's about all the harder this load is.
Hold on to that thing tight now, it'll break your collarbone.
I know it.
Tremors 2 reference. Anybody seen that movie?
Oh! Woo! Alrighty, guys. Sorry about that.
But yeah, I don't know what's going on with the, I guess, newest batch of these CX2000s, but some of the primers are busting.
I don't know. I'm going to get my rotator cuff replaced. He's going to show you the pattern. I'll see y'all later.
This camera won't focus again. Alright, let's go look at the pattern anyway.
Well, alrighty, guys. That's probably on me. I probably shouldn't be goofing around like that, but this is in a safe direction. But we got 3 of the 4 on paper, and it's not faring very well. That, I know, wasn't me.
Right. There's 3.
There's 3, and they're in a 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a 2 by 7. For 4 pellets, that's not very good.
So that bottom one might be a double. We really can't tell, but we're just gonna call it a single impact.
Yep, just to be safe.
Right. But yeah, I didn't think these would fare all that well. But I mean, for a 410 and 30 yards, that's not terrible. You just got to figure out, obviously, where point of aim is. Both of our 410s hit very high, and those are technically within 8 inches. So it would get the deer if you just know where to aim. Alright, guys, this one is 4 pellets of 34 cal, and everything else is the same. Get ready for this tremendous recoil. About came through my forehead.
You just made me look bad.
Okay, this one, it looks just fine. The primer did not bust. That's a good thing.
Focus. There you go.
Maybe some of our guns, my voice cracked real bad, but just have too long of a firing pin, maybe?
I don't know. Looks good though, guys.
Well, guys, that one's just terrible. 1, 2, 3. We're missing the 4th pellet once again, and to tell you the truth, I'm not even going to measure how wide that is because it's too bad to actually use for anything. So, Josh suggested that we step up to 20 yards. That's what we're going to do. I really need some TPS 410 wads, I guess, because these lead shot wads are not working for Buckshot.
Alrighty, guys. Up next, we have 4 pedals of 30 cal. It's still 12 grains of little gun and the long shot cup wad, whatever the hell it is.
You guys do, because I put it in the video, but no, we don't know.
We don't know, but y'all will know.
Yeah.
Anyways, we moved up to 20 yards. It seemed like at 30, 35-ish was just too much for this.
Yeah, way too much.
So we'll see what it does at 20. Hopefully this recoil don't kill me. Well, that one circled point I aim.
Looks like it did, yeah. It's a 30 cal. Might be the way to go with these.
Everything looks good.
Yep. Primer looks just fine on this one. Brass looks just fine. Crimp held up. It'll go again.
Yeah.
I did skive these too, by the way. It's a true 2.5 inch shell cut down from a 3 inch. Let's look at that one. Stupid camera will not stay focused.
It's got my brain.
I feel like I say that a lot. We're always like, just trash talking this stupid camera. But yeah, hey, that one's really good.
Yeah.
Oops.
Seems like my prediction was right to step forward to 20. There you go. There's 430 cal covered with my hand. But they're in a
5x3. I'm going to say that.
1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4. That was a really good guess, though, mister. I'm sitting here counting it through the camera screen.
3x4. Oh, I can't even see the grid through the screen.
Oh.
But 3x4, that's pretty good, guys.
Yeah, that's 4 big pellets in a relatively tight group.
Yeah, we are at 20 yards, though. Not 30 this time.
It's a 410, though, so you got to think, most people ain't trying to snipe shit at 40 yards with a 410. Most
TSS,
people ain't trying to shoot stuff at 40 yards with a 410, so I figure the smaller bores, you got to get a little closer.
For sure.
A little more of a challenge. Get the old, scoot and shoot out and sneak right up amongst the flock.
You know what that's not true for, though?
What?
The 32 gauge.
That's an oddball.
It is an oddball, but it also patterns just as good as like a 12 or 10 gauge does.
It almost reminds me of like the perfect bore diameter for the small bores.
Yeah, that's a really good gun. 32 gauge, I don't care what anybody says. It smokes a 410 any day.
You could give me a broken and a half 32 gauge over the most expensive 410 in the world, and I would take it. I hate 410. There's just all the loads are really high pressure for not even that good of results. Like it just makes no sense.
Yeah, with lead shot, 410's just kind of a. I mean, it's not bad. I don't hate it. It's just not really a great option for lead, I want to say. But for TSS,
right now, there's a reason why there's been so much development go into 410 TSS. Though they're trying to take that little gauge and make it do something more than shoot a squirrel or a rabbit out of your garden.
The claim is a 3-inch 410 can outdo a 3.5-inch 12 gauge for turkey patterns, and yeah, it's somewhat true.
Somebody send me a 3-inch 410 TSS load so I can blow the pattern out of the water.
I gotta buy some.
Conventionally loaded.
Well,
I won't even use a shot cup.
Right. Yeah, don't even use a shot cup. We'll tear the barrel up at the same time.
Oh no, I'm talking about my lead load versus the 410 TSS.
Oh, you mean with the 3.5-inch 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Josh has a really good load he's developed. It has no shot cup, just a gas seal and some fiber cushion wad, knit patterns, just as well as something loaded with the TPS wad. But you guys have seen that. If you want to see more, let us know. I'm sure he can come up with
I'm
some.
interested in that comparison now. If they claim that the TSS 410 loads do as good as the 3.5-inch 12, we'll get a couple different 3.5-inch turkey loads. And then my hand loaded 3.5, your hand loaded 3.5, and we'll compare them to the TSS loads of 410.
Okay, TSS 410 is not that expensive. It's like
last time we had some out, I didn't beat the pattern per se, but I tied right there with it with lead, something that is a third of the price. So I feel like that extra 1.5 inches overall wasn't really all that much to worry about.
With TSS, though, you can use, obviously, number 9 shot. It has about the same ballistics, actually a little bit better than number 4 lead, but it's so much more expensive. I don't know. TSS is great stuff, but it is really expensive.
It does what it claims to do. It does help with patterns. It helps about all the way around. But for me to pay 3 times as much for TSS as I would lead, I'm just going to buy a bunch more lead and shoot it twice.
Yeah.
That's just me. Now, that's probably flawed logic, but...
I don't know. Guys, shotguns are so versatile. You can pretty much do whatever you want and still have good results.
Yeah. It's pretty much dealer's choice, I suppose. Especially when you start getting into the world of reloading. You could spend many hours trying to get finicky and, You can create the perfect loads.
Yeah, I know you guys want to see more TSS stuff, but it's too expensive for us to afford right now. But down the road, absolutely, we'll do some more with TSS. What do I have next? These empty holes in my pocket. And okay, so this one is 5 pellets of 29 cal. This is the only 5 pellet load. It's actually the only one with more than 4 pellets, yeah. But let's see what it can do. Ollie. Dog down range, guys.
That's right. Y'all can watch him walk out of range too.
Yep, he's a good dog. I'll aim lower this time. Oops, dropped it. And this one looks just fine too.
Looks great. Let's walk up here and see, guys. You're all around 6 minutes and 20 seconds of this video
That'd be
already.
hilarious if our mics weren't working the whole time.
That's about my luck.
It's happened.
Okay, that's a really good one too.
Okay, guys, so it looks like the small pellets are the way to go with this wad. I actually just found the wad too. It's right here. Looks fine. Yeah, for sure. It looks like the small pellets are the way to go because we have a softball size hole here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 5 pellets. We have a 1, 2, 3 by
4.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's right on the line. We can call it 3 by 4. That's pretty dang good. So the next one, well, I think there's 2 left, are double aught 33 cal and 31 cal single aught. Let's see if they can stack up to that.
Alrighty, up next we have 4 pedals of 33 cal double aught.
Pellets.
Alrighty, guys, up next we have 4 pellets of 33 cal double aught. Everything else is the same. Still 12 grains of little gun, the long shot cup wad, whatever it is. Y'all know, but we don't know, which is hilarious to think about. But anyways, let's see how this one does. Ooh. That one did not do well.
I think it's called the MG 410 stretch, if I'm not mistaken.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
That one's bad, guys. It blew out.
The bigger pellets are blown out.
Well, don't get me wrong. The hull looks fine. The pattern blew out.
Yep. I see one down low, one off, almost off to the right edge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're kind of... I only got 2 out of them 4 on paper.
Just 2.
I didn't hit our roll of paper. Shoo. Anyways, yeah, I've got 2. That one's horrible. Stay away from double aught.
Stay away from double aught.
In a 410.
Yeah. Well, I'd say with the TPS we can get the pattern good, but not with that thing.
No.
We have
not
one
with the old
left.
stretch here.
We got one left. It's 31 cal, and I don't expect it to do a whole lot better, to be honest. But guys, we will get some TPS wads, which are obviously for steel shot and TSS, things like that, and I'm sure they'll do far, far better than this wad does.
And if not, you'll learn with us.
Yep. All right. So this one is, once again, everything the same, but 4 pellets of 31 cal single aught. I do not expect it to pattern very well. And guys, we're not trashing 410. I kind of like it. I think it's a lot more fun to load for than it is to actually pattern and shoot. But let's see how this one does.
Fairly well. It seems like they're hit and miss. Either they do good or...
It's the small pellets, man. It's all the small pellets are doing good. I don't understand that one. But
No,
that hole looks just fine.
Usually the smaller pellets are where we start running into...
Trouble.
Yeah, bad patterns when it comes to normal bores.
Not bad pattern, it's just wider.
Yeah, large bores, I guess.
Yeah, it seems like with 10 and 12 gauge, the, I don't know, double aught through 375 or even 395 cal 5 aught is what pattern is good. But yeah, that one's pretty decent. Obviously, we have all 4 here in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 by 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 6 by 3.5. That's not bad at all. All of these would obviously work great for home defense. It's still buckshot. It's still moving 12 to 1300 FPS. It's still great for home defense, but for hunting patterns, no.
Right. They're still carrying just as much energy out of this 410 as they are a 12. There's just a whole heck of a lot less of them.
Yeah, that's true.
That's one thing I always kind of found fascinating about the shotguns. Like between a 410, you know, if it's still double op moving 1200 is the same as it is double op moving 1200 in a 12. You just fit a whole heck of a lot more in a 12.
Yep. The only way a shotgun is more powerful than a smaller gauge is with a slug.
Right.
Because small shot, including buckshot, it doesn't have more energy per pellet if it's propelled, say, 1100 FPS out of a 410 or a 12 gauge. It's the same energy.
It really don't care the diameter of the pipe it is coming out of.
Nope. Like Josh said, you just get less pellets with the smaller bores.
Which is why I think he said makes it kind of fun to load for 410 instead of loading 2, 2.5, 2 3/4 ounces or 3 ounce and 10 gauge. He's loading a half ounce.
Right, like a 410 is a lot of fun to load for.
Once really we got the appropriate stuff.
Yeah, we need TPS wads.
Oh, I was meaning like the 410 reloading kit you got.
Oh, yeah.
Versus how we was doing them with just a roll crimp and hand tools.
We're going to throw something in at the end here. Josh has got something for you guys, and I'll let him explain that one.
Well, y'all seen how bad that 410 beat on me at the beginning. I wasn't going to tell you what this is. I was just going to play it off like I can handle it. But I'm going to get this little girl's gun. It's sitting over here. Let's see how I handle it. Any guesses?
That huge barrel probably should give it away.
One would think. I'll go get this little girl's gun and we'll see how it does. We'll get right back with you.
Alrighty. Alright, what you got there?
We've got here a new prime Shadot hull with 32 grains long shot. The TPS wad, it's been modded into the flight control. It's got the air brakes cut into it.
Yep.
1/4 inch pellet, 18 pellets of 32 cal, and ITX buffer. Let's see if this thing whoops on me as bad as that big bad 410 did. Oh, that wasn't bad at all. Like I said, that 410 beat the crap out of me.
I don't see a hole in the paper this time. And no, I heard him hit paper.
Let's see pellet holes, though.
That hole looks just fine. A little out of focus there. But it looks beautiful.
How's that for a 410, guys?
So, we're not sure how this happened, but that shot went clear over the paper. We will revisit that, though.
So, guys, these, for the most part, didn't fare too well, but don't worry. We'll get some TPS wads and redo this. But, fun nonetheless. Hope you guys learned some stuff, but we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.
Cue outro.